other words, you cannot denazify class society. But this deeper causation and involvement of much wider forces in society was left aside, of course, in the World War II aftermath. Fritz Bauer, the Attorney General who set the Auschwitz trial in motion, spoke of the atomization and parceling of the collective event, which had thus been diffused and privatized. This is reflected in the punishing of a relatively minuscule selective set of people, the tip of the iceberg. Take all the companies and their bosses who had financed Hitler's rise to power, who collaborated with the Nazi regime and profited from forced labor and mass murder in the concentration camps. The Thyssens, the Flicks, the Quants, the Porsche Piechs, the Oetkers, most of them faced little to zero consequences. Industrialist Günther Quandt, whose ex-wife was married to Joseph Goebbels, expanded the family wealth at the expense of concentration camp prisoners or through expropriating competitors, mostly Jewish, and became a major producer of armaments and industrial goods, boosting the war machine of the Third Reich. However, no charges were brought against him at the Nuremberg trials, despite initial investigations. The Quants are the wealthiest family in Germany today. Among the roughly 100 most powerful businessmen who virtually ruled over West German capitalism in the 60s, a majority were the same people as before 1945, people who should have been punished for war crimes. I will dive deeper into the collaboration between capitalists and Hitler in a future video. Nazism this, Nazism that, Nazis, Nazis, Nazis. The West German ruling class got sick of hearing about denazification over and over. They've had enough of it. Schluss mit Entnazifizierung, end denazification, was a campaign slogan of the FDP, which is part of the so-called center-left government coalition in Germany today. But the big winner of the 1949 election was another party, Konrad Adenauer, from the Conservative Christian Democratic Union, short CDU, was elected as the first Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. The CDU is the largest conservative party in Germany. President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen is a member. A year later in 1950, Adenauer and former officers met in Himmerod Abbey to lay out the conditions for the rearmament of Western Germany, releasing war criminals, putting an end to the defamation of the former soldiers, and the need to change public opinion regarding the Wehrmacht. US President Eisenhower, who had previously called the Wehrmacht soldiers Nazis, would suddenly change his opinion, perpetuating the clean Wehrmacht myth and supporting the rearmament efforts, not least because the Yankees needed strong partners in the Korean War and in the fight against communism more broadly. The US soon deemed denazification as counterproductive and agreed with Adenauer in ending denazification efforts. The Chancellor said that the main culprits had already been prosecuted. After all, there were much bigger problems than Nazis in Germany in the eyes of the new German government.